Do you have low back and sciatica area pain? It's very common, especially to people that have office jobs, sit at a desk a lot, do a lot of driving, sitting behind the wheel. It's also really common to people that are just not that active. Also, sleeping, if you're not sleeping in a very comfortable position, that has a tendency to really affect in the low back, sciatica, SI joint area. You do actually have a joint right at the low back glute area, and sometimes your muscle tendons and ligaments, when they're tight, they have a tendency to cause inflammation in that joint, which causes an additional amount of pain. So today we're just going to do a quick stretching of the low back sciatica area, and we're going to get you moving that SI joint so we can start to just loosen things up a bit. So we're going to start by coming down to your mat on your knees in the very beginning to get the blood flowing, to get your muscles wakened up. We're just going to start by doing some simple cat-cow movements. So inhale deep and roll your spine all the way up to the ceiling, and just hold your breath at the top. And then exhale, roll your spine down. And this is something you can do in your bed when you first wake up in the morning too, before you even touch the floor. Inhale to the ceiling, rolling your spine, holding your breath at the top. Exhale, roll down. Inhale to the ceiling, all the way up in cat. Exhale, roll down. And one more inhale to the ceiling. And just hold it at the top. Really reach the center of your spine to the ceiling. And exhale, roll it all the way down. And then we're just going to do some side by side, side to side pattern, moving your spine. You can use an S shape. You can go up and down. We're just getting that spine moving. And then loosening up the spine and all the muscles around the spine. It goes all the way down your vertebrae into your low back. Waking up the muscles, getting the blood flowing. All you're going to need today is one yoga block. You're going to take your yoga block and we're going to move this joint. Have your block flat on the ground and put one knee on it. And with this leg completely straight, parallel to the mat, we're just going to slowly raise your hip up. Keep your leg straight and then raise it down. We're going to do this about 10 times. So you can feel that joint on your left side moving, just loosening things up. You can even do more than 10 times if it feels great. Keep breathing through this process. Our breath helps us to release toxins that are holding us tight. Deep breath in. Exhale it out. And one more. Last count there. And let's switch to the other side. Take your yoga block, place it under your knee, and keep your opposite leg completely parallel with the mat. And then raise your hip and lower it back down. And when using one block gets easy, you can stack 2 blocks on top of each other. Keep your core in tight. Keep the rest of your back at a nice neutral, parallel to the mat. Keep breathing throughout this whole process. 8, 9, one more, and 10. You can start to feel that in your glutes. Okay, moving your block. Coming down into easy pose in a sitting position. We're going to give your spine a little twist. All the way up, all the way to the side, and then twist forward. So you can feel that going all the way up your left side. Bring it back up, and bring it down. Other arm, reach forward, up, and bring it down. stretching all the way up your right side. And we're just going to take your left hand right behind you, or your right hand. Take your left hand on the other side of your knee, give your spine a twist. Keep your neck nice and neutral. And then other side. Back to the right. There's no left. One more time to the right. And one more time to the left. And now we're going to straighten your right knee. And reach your toes out in front. And we're just going to twist your spine. Hold for about 2 breaths. Left leg down, right knee up, twist. Hold for about 2 breaths. And releasing, bring your feet to the front of your mat, knees up. And we're just going to roll down one vertebrae at a time. And keeping your feet together, you're going to let your knees drop to the floor. And we're just going to hold it here and just loosen up that muscle in your sciatica area and your low back. And just take about 5 long, deep cleansing breaths. Just relax your legs open. If you're feeling really tight there, you can feel the pull. Hopefully you can start loosening up. One more deep breath. And then bring your knees back together. And we're going to raise your hips to the ceiling. And hold for about 5 breaths. Just squeezing the muscles here, letting them activate, getting the blood flowing. One more deep breath. And then we're going to take your yoga block, have it the flat way, or bring it up, whatever feels best for you. You can keep it all the way parallel to the mat. If you want to go a little higher, and we're going to set it right at the top of your glutes, low back sciatica area. And just bring your feet straight out in front of you and try to just relax into the stretch. You can probably really feel that into that sciatica area. It might be a little painful, but you have to let it relax. We need to release everything that's feeling tight. Deep breath. One more deep breath. And as you're exhaling, you're bringing your left knee up as far as you can to your chest and just give it a good hug. Keep your right toes pointed, leg as straight as you can. Two more deep breaths. and release. Right knee up, left toes pointing, and then hug your right knee into your chest. Try to keep your left leg as straight as you can, toes pointed as far as you can, and bring your right knee up as close to your chest as you can. Deep cleansing breaths, releasing everything that's holding us tight. One more deep breath and release. Both knees up. And then inhale, bring your hips back up to the ceiling. You can move your block and hold it up here for about 2 more cleansing breaths. And release. And keeping your feet planted firmly on the mat, we're going to use a windshield wiper motion and let your knees fall to the right. And then take a deep breath in and inhale them all the way to the ceiling. Exhale to the left. Make sure we keep breathing through this whole process. Inhale back to the center. Exhale to the right. When your muscles are tight, sometimes you want to hold your breath, but we want to keep breathing. Our breath helps us to release the toxins that's holding us tight, bringing oxygen to our muscles, pumping blood and heating up the muscles, and healing what's causing our pain. Inhale back to the center. Exhale to the right. Inhale back to the center. Exhale to the left. And inhale back to the center. Now this time on your exhale back to the right, we're going to either take a block. You can just bring your feet down, your knees down to the mat, and then hold it there. Take your right hand and pull your left knee to the floor and stretch out your right foot, left shoulder to the mat, and you can even outstretch your left fingers all the way out beside you. If you want to go a little deeper, if not, hold it here. If you want to go a little deeper, you're going to take your yoga block, place it under your hip, on the side of your hip, and then try to bring your knee farther to the floor. You can really feel that stretch in your sciatica, high glute, low back area. Really stretch it, giving your whole body a nice twist. Make sure to keep breathing. I know it's tight. You want to hold your breath. Deep inhale and deep exhale. Deep inhale. Deep exhale. Deep inhale. On your exhale, you can release, remove your block, and twist to the left. You can take your left hand and pull your right knee to the floor, and then stretch out your left toes all the way out in front, down below you. If you want to go a little deeper, take your block, place it under your hip, right shoulder to the floor, right knee to the opposite floor. Left hand pulling your knee. You can feel that stretch all the way in through your low back, high glute, sciatica area. Deep breath. Deep cleansing breath. Deep breath in. Exhale, you can release, removing your block. And then we'll just bring your feet together and relax your knees open again. And you can stay here as long as you like. That concludes our session for today, and God bless.